The Arctic wind cut through me, stripping away warmth despite my high-tech jacket, supposedly the best modern science could offer. At first it worked, but as I moved, sweat built up inside, trapped by the synthetic fibres. Soon that moisture froze, turning my jacket into a shell of ice. The gear designed to save me was now accelerating hypothermia. My movements grew stiff, the cold seeping into my core. Beside me, Kenai, my Inuit guide, wore heavy wool and sealskin, ancient, simple and effective. He moved easily, unfazed by the cold that was overwhelming me. Kenai glanced at my jacket, then at his own sweater. "Your coat holds water," he said. "It makes ice. My wool, it breathes." In that moment I realized the truth technology had failed where nature's wisdom endured. The promise of innovation had lured me into overconfidence. Survival wasn't in the latest lab-made fabric, but in the wool grown on a sheep's back. The lesson was harsh, but clear. In the wild, nature's solutions often outlast our inventions. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways, and in the cold, that difference can mean survival. Modern synthetic insulation works by trapping air in fine plastic fibres, air that your body heats, creating a thermal barrier. These jackets are light, compressible, and repel outside moisture, making them popular for everyday cold. But their greatest flaw is hidden. They can't handle the moisture your own body produces. When sweat or vapour gets trapped inside, it displaces the warm air. Water conducts heat away much faster than air, so insulation collapses and you lose warmth rapidly. Marketing touts water resistance, but ignores the danger of internal moisture. Every body releases vapour, even in the cold. In high exertion or over time, that moisture has nowhere to go in synthetics. It gets trapped, cools, and destroys the jacket's insulating power from within. The betrayal is silent, but deadly. In the end, your own sweat becomes your worst enemy. In extreme cold, trapped moisture, not just external wetness, can be fatal. Synthetic jackets act like plastic bags with fluff. They trap sweat and vapour. As you move, your body produces moisture, which gets stuck in the insulation. The vapour cools, condenses, and saturates the fill. The loft collapses, air pockets fill with water, and your body wastes energy trying to warm it. You feel a chill from within, not realizing your gear is sealing in the problem. As your core temperature drops, thinking and movement slow. Hypothermia sets in. In deep cold, trapped water freezes, turning your jacket into a brittle cage. Now it draws heat from you as your body tries to melt the ice. My Inuit guide saw the danger instantly. My high-tech jacket was freezing me from the inside out. The lesson: in the cold, moisture management is everything. The wrong gear can turn your own body against you. Trust the wisdom of those who've survived these conditions for generations. Don't let your insulation become your downfall. Long before synthetics, nature perfected wool as the ultimate cold-weather fibre. Wool isn't just insulation. It's an active, dynamic material. Each fibre is covered in scales and has a natural crimp, creating millions of air pockets for warmth. But wool's real genius is in moisture management. Its inner core absorbs water vapour, up to 30% of its weight, without feeling wet. Instead of trapping moisture between fibres, wool pulls it inside, keeping skin and air pockets dry. As wool absorbs vapour, it releases tiny amounts of heat, a process called heat absorption. This means wool can actually generate warmth as it manages moisture. Even when damp, wool keeps insulating, working with your body to maintain a stable microclimate. No synthetic material matches this balance of breathability, warmth, and moisture control. Wool is not just protection, it's a partnership with nature. That's why it's been trusted for survival across centuries and continents. In the cold, wool is still unmatched. Wool's secret weapon is lanolin, a natural wax that coats each fibre. Lanolin repels external water, while the fibre's core absorbs internal moisture. This dual-action system keeps you dry from both rain and sweat. Traditional fishermen's sweaters, rich in lanolin, stayed warm even when soaked by sea spray. Lanolin also helps wool retain its loft and insulation even when wet. Unlike synthetics, wet wool still keeps you warm. Sadly, most modern wool has had its lanolin stripped away for softness and dyeing. For true performance, seek out raw, oiled or unscoured wool, garments that retain their natural waterproofing. These pieces may smell sheepy, but they're survival gear, not fashion. Wool's ancient weather-defying properties are lost when we over-process it. For real cold, trust wool as close to nature as possible. Wool's value is proven by history's harshest tests. Norwegian fishermen braved the North Atlantic in oily wool sweaters, surviving waves that would freeze lesser gear. In World War II, soldiers relied on wool uniforms and blankets to stave off frostbite. Even polar explorers like Amundsen chose wool and fur, learning from indigenous peoples. Their wool layers wicked sweat, while outer furs blocked wind, nature's perfect system. In contrast, expeditions with inferior gear suffered from dampness and cold, sometimes fatally. These aren't just stories, they're survival lessons. When failure means death, wool has always delivered. Its performance is written in the logbooks of explorers and the annals of war. Wool's legacy is survival, not just comfort. In the coldest places, it's the fibre that endures. Trust what history has proven. Knowing wool's benefits is one thing. Choosing the right garment is another. Always check for 100% wool. Blends dilute wool's unique properties. For base layers, choose merino wool. Soft, fine, and excellent at wicking sweat. Merino resists odour and keeps you dry next to the skin. For mid-layers, look for thicker traditional wools. Lamb's wool, Shetland or Icelandic. Seek out oiled or unscoured wool for maximum weather resistance. These retain lanolin. They may feel waxy or smell sheepy, but their performance is unmatched. Don't forget wool accessories, hats, socks, gloves and scarves. Wool socks are crucial. Your feet sweat most, and wool keeps them dry and warm. Layering different types of wool creates a dynamic, breathable defence against the cold. build your system from fine merino to rugged outer layers. With the right wool, you're ready for anything winter throws at you. We're told newer is better, but in the cold, nature's wisdom outlasts flashy marketing. Wool is the product of millions of years of evolution, a fibre perfected by survival, not sales pitches. Its structure absorbs moisture, generates heat, insulates when wet, and repels water. A holistic system no lab can match. Synthetics require perfect conditions. Wool is built for real life, with all its messiness. In survival, betting on technology is risky. Wool is the fail-safe. The lesson from tundra, sea, and battlefield. Trust nature's solutions. Look past bright colours and bold claims, reconnect with what works. When you prepare for the cold, think of the humble sheep, not space-age polymers. Trust in the crimp, the scales, and the lanolin. Trust evolution over innovation. Nature's secrets are reliable, and in the cold, reliability is everything. What's your experience with wool versus synthetics? Share in the comments. If you found this valuable, share and subscribe for more survival wisdom. Sometimes the oldest answers are the best. In the end, survival is about trusting what's proven.